Cenat owns 6 houses across the country from talking to a screen in his bedroom. And this grandma paid off her entire mortgage by playing Skyrim on stream. This is the streamer house tier list. XQC. XQC is worth over $100 million in crypto alone.
I got AMP's entire net worth on one USB stick in some safety deposit box somewhere, okay, buddy? We're not gonna go there.
He owns a $5 million mansion in Las Vegas with enough security to overthrow Fort Knox. He's been quietly mining crypto ever since he lived in his mom's basement. Then he landed a 2-year, $70 million deal with Kick, which basically means he promotes gambling to kids. F tier, Laserbeam. Bought himself a fucking beachside house in an Australian suburb called Clovelly. As soon as he moved in, all fucking property value in the area increased by 50%. A tier, Adin Ross. Adin managed to bargain down a 10-acre estate in Florida by $7 million, and it still ended up being the biggest house sale the state has ever seen. He's got a spa, an art studio, and a Michelin star level kitchen just to microwave leftover pizza. His $50 million kick deal seems to be keeping a roof over his head. Ross also owns a $15 million mansion in Jamaica with its own private beach. Despite all these properties, he spends most of his time trying to crawl into bed with his Romanian landlord.
Dude hates house right now. I'm about to go sleep in his.
Classic. Hassan Abi. In 2021, Hassan bought a 4,000 square foot house in West Hollywood. 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and a massive pool in the backyard. For someone who calls himself a socialist, dropping $3 million on a house in LA is wild. Cenat. Kai streamed in a 25-acre Beverly Hills estate once listed as the most expensive home in America at $195 million. The place has its own vineyard, a 50-seat movie theater, and a disco with a revolving dance floor. He didn't buy it though. He rented it for $200 grand a month for Mafiathon 3. He also streamed out of a $16 million mansion owned by NBA star Tony Parker. He generated so much attention for these mansions that the real estate agents started levitating off the ground. This guy's the Jordan Belfort of the real estate market. He also co-owns the $10 million AMP house, bought a house for his mom, 6 rental properties, and $1 million house just for his friends to stream in. S tier. Marlon. On May 30th, 2025, Marlon said he needed to take a step back from streaming after getting attacked by 4 guys in public. He came back a few days later saying he just bought a new house. With a kitchen this good, the guy's gotta be on some culinary side quest. Not to mention the backyard with a goalpost the size of a movie theater. And even with the $5 million house, he's still obsessed with sheds. I'd say this is A tier. But then, the internet caught something off. When Marlon first uploaded the house tour, the title read, "I gave a tour of my $1 million house." A few days later, that figure magically jumped to $5 million. Ah, the things we do for views. E tier. CaseOh. You'd think most streamers would already be pulling in crazy cash before they go full time. But for CaseOh, it wasn't always that easy. He once said that his card got declined at a dollar store a few days before committing entirely to a streaming career.
A couple days before I started streaming, my card got declined at the dollar store because of the 2K builds.
It's got a swimming pool, a full-scale personal gym that he never uses, an arcade, an indoor basketball court, and multiple rooms built just for streaming. This guy went from getting bullied off-stream on multiple occasions to becoming Twitch's best friend. B tier. Vicstar123. From sleeping on the floor of the Sidemen house to buying his own $5 million mansion, we're happy for Vicstar123. He finally found a platform where he can openly embrace his marble fetish. He claims his bathroom is twice the size of the bedroom he grew up in.
It's twice the size of the bedroom that I grew up in, and it's a bathroom.
If that doesn't scream, I made it, I don't know what does.
How much have you earned from Minecraft servers in total? Let know the figures.
Around 2 million.
But the coolest feature of the house is probably the secret utility room hidden behind the kitchen. Basically every 10-year-old's dream. He also owns a $4 million apartment with YouTube plaques hanging on the wall like the Renaissance paintings. And flashback 11 years, Vicstar was already doing house tours. His entire rise to glory is basically documented online. A tier. Valkyrae. Valkyrae goes down in history as one of the first women to become a major face of the streaming industry. Today, she owns more houses than she's actually lived in. She's bought her mom a retirement home in the Philippines, renovated their original family house, and even helped secure a condo in Manila. She's lived a full nomad life to get here, cycling through more content houses than anyone else in the game. From the 100 Thieves house to the basement of the offline TV house, she now lives in an apartment. A tier. Nick Merckx. About a year ago, Nick Merckx said he had enough of LA. way, and he was moving back to Michigan, only to buy a 5,000 square foot fortress, 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and a pool. Not to mention his streaming cave, which is basically a nightclub. Then there's the soundproof gaming bunker, the full gym, and a stream room bathroom. When comparing this house tour to the one he made in 2017, it's hard to even believe this is the same person. Solid B tier. FaZe Rug. You'd be surprised what some trick shots can do to your real estate portfolio. In 2022, FaZe Rug was going through a hard time and had to move back in with his parents. A few months later, he bought a $4.4 million mansion in Poway, California. The place looks like it was designed by 3 different architects who've never met each other. He's got chandeliers everywhere, a golf course, a basketball court, and a feature wall made entirely out of Lego bricks. But that's not all. In 2017, FaZe Rug uploaded a house tour video with his mom and dad. Imagine asking your parents if they're happy with the mansion you're about to buy them while you still got peach fuzz on your face. Hard flex. He also owned a mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, which he casually sold for $4.5 million. Solid B tier. IshowSpeed, a kid from Ohio who hit 20 million subscribers before he could legally drink. His $10 million mansion in Florida comes with a gaming room that cost over $100,000, an infinity pool overlooking the city, and a private bar with a wine cellar you can't even use yet.
Right here, where you going here? It's a cave.
It's a wine cellar.
Oh, wow. Oh, fuck, wine cellar.
This guy went from screaming online to owning more real estate than most families accumulate in a lifetime. And that isn't even his only property. Speed bought a house for his mom the first day he made $1 million.
Like, my first big purchase was probably just buy my mom a house.
At just 16 years old. S tier. Neon. In August 2023, Neon gained attention after performing the Naughty Bop on stream, a dance mocking the death of Didi Asama's 14-year-old brother. Viewers tagged Didi Asama, who responded publicly and threatened him after Neon announced he'd be traveling to New York, after which he publicly admitted he was just trolling. Neon now owns a $10 million mansion in Los Angeles, complete with a full production infrastructure, editors, videographers, and a content room that almost looks like NASA's Mission Control Center. He also rents a $10 million property in Turks and Caicos with Chloe Parker, built directly into the cliffside with a cantilevered pool overlooking the Caribbean Sea. F tier. Jynxi. Probably the most consistent streamer on the planet. One stat board showed that he streamed 236 hours in 30 days. And in that stretch alone, he pulled in $450,000 in Twitch revenue. He owns a house worth $1 million, and he bought his dad his dream car, a 2022 Porsche Carrera. A tier. Amaranth. There was once a time when oil was the world's biggest money generator. Today, things are different. The internet knows Amaranth for one thing, but behind that persona is someone quietly building one of the most complex empires in the creator world. Her $4 million Houston home sits in a state with no income tax. She's got a custom pool with a built-in jacuzzi, a Lamborghini Aventador, a pet designated zone with artificial grass and washing stations. Also known as Caitlin Siragusa, the streamer once tweeted, "I offered $6.9 million on an LA house over Christmas. Apparently it was Rihanna's house." Just a casual flex to let you know she's shopping in A-list territory. And it doesn't stop at real estate. She bought a 7-Eleven store, put $7 million into an inflatable pool company, and bought a stake in a plastic ball manufacturer. In her quest to own more land than Bill Gates, she secured a $7 million orchard, 2,213 acres. That's the size of Monaco, Gibraltar, and the Vatican City combined. But living like this comes with shadows. Her house gets broken into, stalkers show up, and the internet still underestimates her because all they see is the surface level character she built online. She's probably selling hot tub water for $99.99 right now and using the profits to buy another company. With that level of strategic insanity, it's A tier. Ninja, one of the first streamers to break into celebrity culture. Some say he lives in Florida, others swear he's never left Chicago. But here's what we actually know. He lives in a 5-bedroom mansion somewhere in the Chicago suburbs. The place is said to have a home theater, a gym, a pool, and a backyard big enough to raise a small army of Halo recruits. Ninja even teamed up with Red Bull to design his own Fortnite-themed gaming room. For some reason, he never shows his home on camera all at once. Kinda sus, but A tier. Mr. Beast. If Mr. Beast bought a Rolex for every single one of his subscribers, he'd still have $100 million left in the bank. He once turned down $1 billion offer for his channel, saying he wouldn't even consider an offer that low. And while he owns more real estate than most people will ever step foot in, he's out here living in an apartment with no bedroom. Scrooge would be proud. His personal studio costs over $100 million. He once built 100 houses and gave them all away, then sold his own house for $1. Then bought another one to blow up, then bought another one just to hand it to strangers. He even tipped a pizza delivery driver with a house one time. He's purchased more houses for people than most celebrities buy for themselves. Mr. Beast is the quintessential billionaire side quester. S tier. Squeezy. This guy's the final boss of French streaming. In 2023, he rented an entire villa just to play a real-life Cluedo. If you've ever seen Luigi's Mansion, that's exactly what it looks like. He co-owns a house with the Gentle Mates boys, and there's not a single feature in this house that came from a store. They've got an entire hall dedicated to their cap display and an animated LED banner just to send them memos. Even the hangers and doorknobs are custom made. The Mates house apparently wasn't enough for them, so he commissioned a studio designed by architect Anthony Authier just for himself. Word on the street is he also owns a giant mansion in the Côte d'Azur with its own soundproof recording studio, a home theater, and a full gym. S tier. Pokimane. Pokimane started streaming on a $250 PC she bought after reaching platinum in League of Legends. Today, Saweetie's her next door neighbor in LA. She's got commissioned paintings of her apartment in her apartment. She's got a cloud couch you could literally disappear into. But the security there is kind of questionable. Pokimane once said, "I've broken into the yard and through the exit just to save her cat who kept trying to run away." She now lives in an apartment because her LA house felt too big. I'd say that's pretty C tier. Markiplier. Markiplier is the kind of guy that just wants his peace. He moved out of Cincinnati and bought a house that belongs to Donald Glover himself. Built in 1953, the place kept its mid-century charm while he upgraded it for his gaming needs. A dedicated gaming lair, custom lighting, and tuned acoustics. But he didn't leave it at that. He turned the backyard into his own little world. A pool, a spa, and a guest house he renovated himself. Oh, and he's also got a house in LA. Markiplier is an absolute A-tier baller. Subscribe for more tier lists.